Okay, guys, we're going to talk about Ronnie Watts for just a minute. I'm also going to tell you that I spent a really embarrassing, it really is embarrassing, amount of time on a project I have just completed. I really wanted to look into Ronnie just, a little bit deeper. Ronnie's transcript is not in the discovery. Although he was talked to by the FBI, he was talked to actually twice, right before Chris confessed and when they very first got to the police department, when Chris picked him up from the airport. Okay. And then, as soon as Chris confessed, they called him back into the room and they talked to him for a second time. There's no transcript of it, and I believe maybe the reason is Ronnie is very hard to understand. Ronnie actually has like a deep South slang as well as, now I have that too, so, that's okay. I can kind of understand that. Ronnie talks a lot like a lot of the guys I know, really, he does. Okay, that said, he talks really fast and he kind of runs his words together, I've noticed. And is it just when he's nervous? Possibly. He also has a nervous, snicker. Like, when he's nervous, he kind of laughs. And there again, I know people that does that as well. My sister, my brother does that, I actually got in the habit of doing that myself at one point. I don't really do it anymore, but I did used to. Okay, he's hard to understand. A lot of people says it sounds like he's mumbling and blah, blah, blah. I think he just talks really fast, and I think he's a really nervous guy. And judging from watching him in interviews and this, that, and the other, you can tell he's a lot like Chris. He's kind of, pulled back and introverted, and you can kind of see him look up at people. And you know what I'm talking about, like the shy kids. They'll kind of look up at people, or even the littler ones, they'll run behind their mom's legs and kind of peek their head out behind mom, He just strikes me as that kind of person. I'll be honest, Ronnie seems like a really nice guy. And, I spent, I don't even know how many hours, staying up to daylight several times and several nights and losing sleep, getting up, getting right back on it, just to make a 1-hour video. But I think the video is very important because without us having that transcript and the discovery, we really don't know what he's saying. And you are probably like me, and many times you did just click on his video and just see if you could hear his interview, at which point, after just a few minutes, probably like me as well, you were like, there's no way. I can't understand anything he's saying, and just forget it, whatever. And just go try to find these news interviews he did, and things like that, where you can hear him better. Now, even in this footage, if you will look at Ronnie, as you'll see, he's kind of glaring up, and then he looks right back down. And then he looks up out of the corner like a little kid, he's like a very much of a introverted kind of person, I believe. As you see, Cindy's not doing that. She's just outspoken and she's saying it, and he's just over there he don't want to be seen. He does not like the spotlight. He does not like being in the camera. It even looks like he's breathing hard, he's nervous, and I don't know. No. And he also has that thing with his head. You'll see that in the interview as well. When he's saying something that he's kind of not really comfortable about saying, or he will just kind of move his head around in a circle or move his shoulders or something. And that's also a nervous twitch, I'm pretty sure. People has different ones. My son rubs his fingers together, his middle and his thumb. He'll just start rubbing them together when he's anxious or something. People's got these nervous kind of twitches. And I think that's what that is with Ronnie. And you'll see it in this interview, in this video, that I'm currently uploading now. The subtitles, I want you to know, are as very best as I could get them. Some of them I actually played, like a 10-second clip, I would play like 50 times. I'm not even kidding. Trying to make damn sure I had it just as close as I could possibly get it to what was being said by him, as well as the FBI agent that was interviewing him. And some of it, there's not that much. There's really not, because I went back and I looked at it over and over and over. And there's not that much, but there is some that you will see question marks. And when you see those, I want you to know that I did sit there and listen to that clip in my, maybe it's only a 10-second clip or a 20-second clip, but I want you to know I gave it the best hell of a shot I could on not having to put that question mark there. I would even call my husband and my grandkids, and I would make them listen to it many times, and some of them we just could not make out. You can hear Chris in the early part of the interview in the other room speaking with Tammy Lee, so that put a lot of echo into the room and also messed things up. And when you got Chris in one room with his nervous snicker and his dad in the other room with his, it's chaotic, to say the least. It truly is. And then those rooms are very echoey. As you can imagine, any little move sounds like it's deafening. And there's also Graham Coder went into the room once or twice, and you can actually hear him talking as well to someone else. And so it gets kind of confusing. I don't even know if they've done that purposely, but it's definitely there. I put it through 4 different softwares, trying to, compress and do the noise reduction and all that with the audio. So believe me, it took me a long time to do this. So watch for the subtitle and Ronnie's interview coming up. There's a lot of things on it I think you're going to be completely shocked about. I was. I mean, not a lot, but there's several. And it's very interesting when you actually can see what is being said. If anybody else has already done this transcript, bless your heart. I wish I could have found it before I spent too much time doing this. So until next time, I appreciate you all so very much, and I hope you also will appreciate this transcript interviews of Ronnie Watts that will be coming to the channel within the next couple of hours. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you may be, guys. And until next time, this is Unjustified.